Idaho 12 investigates follow-up story. Many people have spoken about concerns they have over a spike in their power bills, confusion over how much energy they're actually using, and overall concern over the Surry-Yadkin Electric membership cooperation. Our Audrey Bisk was invited to go on a home energy audit to show you opportunities for energy efficiency at your home. She's also been in contact with several members the past couple of months, getting you answers from the co-op and from the state-run authority that oversees them. Here's her latest report.
At the height of our cold temperatures the beginning of the year, power bills skyrocketed for many. That's when Surry-Yadkin Electric members first reached out to WXII 12 with a plea for help.
Why are we paying in so much?
We're not in it to make money. We're a nonprofit. Our goal is to serve our members.
That's been the general response from the co-op ever since my first story aired in January, assuring members the outside temperature is the greatest factor in home energy use, with an average of 46% of total use attributed to your electric heat source, and power bills are based on individual use. That didn't cut it for many members. They have come together and created a Facebook group that now has 1,800 members. Some comments read, quote, "I'm having to put off or shuffle bills around just to try and keep the power on each month," or having to cancel doctor appointments and not order prescriptions to pay the power bill instead. One member writes, quote, "I don't cook. My heat stays on 68 and my bill keeps getting higher and higher. We replaced our heat pump 3 years ago. Water heater has been replaced, and I replaced every appliance in the kitchen. Something has to give. My bill has never been this high." And this member writing, quote, "I had to cut my grocery budget each week for our family of 7 to pay our power." Several people asked me to look into how their smart meters are read. I'm told the meter does not use cell or satellite reception. It's read through power lines, then sent to the substation and network. These smart meters were installed across the board for Surry-Yadkin Electric members back in 2012 to offer prepaid options and to track account usage hour by hour through the Smart Hub app online. Now, because of the increase in complaints, the co-op hired B&R Services, a certified home energy auditor, to conduct interior and exterior home inspections to investigate where an increase in energy use could be coming from. And they invited me to go along for one.
We kind of tell members a good temperature is 68 degrees. And if you do turn it up, to only go up 1 degree at a time, every hour or so, because if you turn it up 2 or 3 degrees at one time, then you're going to make the actual electric furnace come on, which is going to cost more.
That's a simple way to be energy efficient, but there's more to it. We're showing you what a comprehensive energy audit looks like at this member's home in Dobson. A co-op employee first checks meter usage to make sure appliances are using energy from the right source or if something needs to be serviced.
Mainly what we're looking for is like issues with how much amps the heat pumps pull, the electric heat, hot water heaters, clothes dryers.
Weatherization includes looking at crawl spaces, the attic, doors, windows, registers, ductwork, a blower door test to discover any air leaks, as well as checking the condition of heating and cooling units.
Do you have any particular rooms that have any comfort issues, any hot or cold spots?
These are things an electrician won't do, something many members questioned. A comprehensive energy audit could also include something like this imaging tool to help identify air leaks that could come from recessed lighting, for example, from your attic. Things like this you may not even know about that could cause your power bill to go up.
Your typical house probably in this area, which has a mix of, part of a house was built in 1950 and the other part was, added this century. And so you have two different types of construction, but back in the 50s, they certainly were not focused on energy efficiency when they were building the house. So, we just kind of need to tighten that up, and I think that you'll see a big difference.
Did you know that the recessed lighting could have leaks with air through as well as like your vinyl flooring and such?
I did not know that, no.
According to the U.S. Department of Energy, the latest data from North Carolina Utilities in 2019 shows Surry-Yadkin Electric had the highest average price in cents per kilowatt of all co-ops in the state. Co-ops are not regulated by the State Utilities Commission, so I reached out to the North Carolina Rural Electrification Authority, who tells me the first month of this year, their office received a total of 6 complaints from members. I'm told there has been no record of faulty equipment reported, which would only happen if an issue with equipment caused a major outage. For WXII 12 News, I'm Audrey Bisk.
Thank you, Audrey. If you're interested, Surrey Yadkin Electric is offering a free in-house energy assessment through member support to customers. If you still have concerns, you can also request a comprehensive audit like the one that you saw. That's free as part of a pilot program. Audrey invites you to read more online about her investigation into things like the co-op's capital credits, something many members claim they're paying too much into, as well as the operations of the co-op's solar farm in Fairview and several additional resources that they encourage members to take a look at. This is all available exclusively at WXII12.com.